Shirley Caruso. Thank you for joining me for this presentation of promoting, capturing, sharing, and managing the valuable knowledge of employees in the workplace. In this presentation, I'll be discussing the field of Human Resource Development, or HRD, knowledge sharing, organizational culture, informal workplace learning, performance support, and knowledge management as a foundation for organizations' understanding of knowledge sharing, and screencasting as a Web 2.0 technology that can help serve as a tool to develop learning content rapidly and make it highly accessible to members of the organization. HRD is a field that facilitates employee learning and employee performance for the purpose of enhancing an organization's performance, competitiveness, and profitability. Many organizations place their focus on customer service. However, HRD professionals realize that customer service is a byproduct of employee satisfaction, and the way to foster employee satisfaction is for organizations to offer them opportunities for personal and professional development and treat them as valuable assets. By enhancing employee performance and productivity through organized interventions, initiatives, motivation, and management, employees are confident and satisfied in their roles. Their job satisfaction is evident when dealing with customers, and customers become satisfied with the services they are receiving and the manner in which they are receiving them. Employee and customer satisfaction leads to an organization that is competitive and profitable. One very important organized intervention of concern to HRD professionals is knowledge sharing. Knowledge sharing is the exchange of information, skills, or expertise among select members of an organization that forms a valuable intangible asset that is typically not shared with the entire organization. It is the process of contributing and partaking in information and procedures that are effective in enhancing performance and meeting an organization's goals. In order for knowledge sharing to occur, internal and/or external knowledge must be present. The existing knowledge is then distributed or transferred from individual to individual or from a particular group to another group. Knowledge sharing also involves cooperation among individuals or among the organization. In today's typical workplace, however, the opposite of knowledge sharing occurs. Employees tend to keep the knowledge they have gained to themselves as somewhat of a guarded secret. Thus, the term knowledge hoarding emerges. There is much speculation on why employees are knowledge hoarders. Some see knowledge as power, and they are unwilling to share their knowledge in fear of giving away some of their power. Some take ownership of what they know and view their knowledge as job security. After all, if a single employee is the only one who knows how to perform a certain task, they can't be fired, right? Maybe not, but that particular employee stands a good chance of being passed over for promotions as well. Who could possibly replace them and their unique knowledge? And so it seems knowledge hoarding is neither beneficial to the organization nor to the employee. Consequently, the transfer of knowledge to or from individuals can be instrumental in enhancing the overall performance of an organization. Organizations can benefit from the performance enhancement of its employees by realizing increased productivity and profitability. Thus, it is vital for HRD professionals and organizations to understand knowledge sharing and the foundational components that support it. Organizational culture is an important area that can be instrumental in supporting knowledge sharing. Organizational culture can be simply defined as the way things are done around here. The contemporary definition of organizational culture includes what is valued, what is believed, and the acceptable behaviors. A successful organization should have a culture that can attract, hold, and reward people for performing roles and achieving goals, usually characterized by a collaborative working environment where employees are allowed to engage in intelligent and effective communication. This might very well mean tearing down those cubicle walls. I say this because it has been estimated that the great majority, upwards of 70%, of learning in the workplace is informal, and organizations must create a culture in which informal learning is encouraged and supported. In terms of learning in the workplace, the focus is on performance. Self-directed, incidental, and socialization or tacit are three types of informal learning evident in the workplace, but despite their prevalence, receive less attention because informal learning is often thought of as an intangible form of learning. Most organizations look for learning to happen in formal training situations and overlook the learning that is taking place while individuals perform their daily work tasks. Informal learning needs to be recognized and fostered by organizations. This may be accomplished through mentoring, coaching, or consulting subject matter experts. Technology can also be used to facilitate the informal transfer of knowledge by including virtual learning support groups, instant messaging, expert networks, and mentor and coaching networks, and allowing employees to access the technology and the internet. Although informal learning cannot be planned in the same manner as formal training, it can be encouraged, promoted, and supported. Mechanisms for transfer of informal workplace learning include written reports, oral presentations, site visits, tours, job rotation, coaching and mentoring, conferences, databases, intranets, work manuals, meetings, community of practice, and performance support systems. Organizations should support informal learning opportunities by allowing employees the time and space to collaborate. From using Google to locate a troubleshooting guide for computer accessories such as printers, to watching a how-to tutorial on YouTube to properly install a new software program, to watching a screencast on how to access and use the most beneficial features of the new software installed, this type of informal learning should be promoted, captured, and shared. The goal is to create a marriage in which formal learning events and the serendipitous informal learning moments are given equal value. Using a free Web 2.0 screencasting tool called Screencast-O-Matic can give employees the medium needed to promote informal learning exchanges. Let's say, for example, that an employee has figured out a way to use Microsoft Excel for creating Gantt charts. Screencast-O-Matic, an online screencasting tool, and a computer with a microphone and speakers can enable the employee to capture and share this knowledge throughout the organization. Let's take a quick look at how this screencast might look. Then we have to go in and redefine and reselect this data, and we do that by right-clicking, select data, edit horizontal axis labels, click here, and then select assignments 1 through 10, enter. Say OK, OK again, and as you can see, now you have assignments 1 through 10. But now we notice that these dates are kind of crunched together, so we're going to stretch out the chart area by clicking and holding the left mouse button, and that stretches out the dates. Another thing we notice is this blue data here, which really represents our start date, as you can see here by this label, but it's irrelevant to our chart because we really don't need to have these columns filled in. So we are going to click so that all of the blue is highlighted. And we are going to right-click, say Format, Fill, and we're going to select No Fill. And we can go ahead and close this out. So now we can see that our chart is representing the green, which is days completed. So we can see the days completed on each of these assignments. We no longer need this axis label because that axis is missing. So we're going to click here, double click, and then we are going to delete that start date. So now our chart is showing task, days completed, and days remaining. We do not need it to show task because that is on this vertical axis here. So we're going to click again, click on task, and we're going to delete that. So basically what we want to show is the days completed and the days remaining. From that short demonstration of a screencast, we can see that employees can share what they have learned by recording a step-by-step procedure to lead their coworkers through the process. Screencast-O-Matic records anything on the computer screen, so knowledge sharing is not limited to the how-tos of a computer software program. The output of the recording is a movie file which can be uploaded to YouTube, for example, and shared by making the link available to others in the organization. Employees acquire ideas, skills, and knowledge on the job, often through informal learning experiences. Organizations are realizing that the knowledge residing in the human capital is important in creating economic power and value. Organizations must be able to identify and understand some of the tools that employees can utilize to enhance knowledge sharing throughout the organization. Organizational culture, informal learning, performance support, and knowledge management are 4 areas that work together to form a foundation for understanding knowledge sharing. Employee-driven, employee-led learning and its ensuing performance should be recognized, embraced, integrated, supported, and shared as a necessary component of amalgamated workplace learning in creating economic power and value of an organization. Once again, thank you for joining me for this presentation. Please visit www.eadulteducation.org for more information on knowledge sharing and other topics related to the field of human resource development.